Competition is competition. It brings out the best in all participants. But what happens when those same participants try to find loopholes in the system in order to find success? That's apparently the case for a number of players in the 2019 NHL Gaming World Championship. According to screenshots posted by Twitter user GreaseFactory16, members of the top players server on Discord came to an agreement to avoid playing each other in order to stay highly ranked during qualifying. This involved players backing out of the games after seeing who the opponent was in the pregame lobby. One player, NewgeTV, stated that although he didn't expect it to be too difficult to qualify, it was reasonable to have a truce. He added that there was no reason players in the server should give each other losses. When reached out for comment on the matter, EA declined. However, two sources with direct involvement with the tournament stated to SGO that both the NHL and EA Sports were said to be livid behind the scenes when the conversations were made public. One source even added that the NHL has lost some trust in EA's ability to handle the league's future hopes for its esports division, which includes a league similar to that of the NBA 2K League. But why are some of the top NHL 19 players doing this in the first place? The reason is because it was happening to them on a daily basis. When lower level players would see that they were going up against some of the best in the world, they would immediately quit the game. The only games these top players were getting in were against other highly ranked opponents, possibly opening the door for less skilled players to find themselves higher on the leaderboards. Though it does give an understandable excuse for the dodging, it doesn't make it right. It just exposes the broken system that was put in place for the event from the start. To combat the gentleman's agreement among the game's top players, EA Sports released a patch that disabled in-game voice chat, which then hides usernames, during Hockey Ultimate Team competitive seasons and HUT Champions. This includes the Gaming World Championship. Since that patch was released, multiple players have told SGO that it's been a much nicer experience going into a game blind regarding their opponents, but players still have the expected ability to back out of a game if the connection is detected to be poor before loading into the contest. Speaking of connections, the NHL GWC has been plagued by server issues since the start of play on March 13th. In addition to the unfortunate gaming of the system, players trying to legitimately move up the rankings have found themselves being kicked out of games during normal play and receiving a loss for their troubles. Even when on the winning side, sometimes by multiple goals, some players found themselves being given losses due to the game viewing the disconnects as quitting. GWC player LightsOut21 is one of those competitors who had experienced disconnects multiple times, telling SGO that towards the end of a few games, he lost connection and was given the loss, even in games where he was up by 2 or 3 goals. He added that even after reaching out to EA multiple times about the incident, including sending this video, he has received no response from anyone involved about the losses. And just when you think that that's everything going wrong with this event, there are EA game changers involved in the tournament. Now the issue isn't the fact that these EA game changers are eligible to participate, the potential problem sits in how they built up their teams. A handful of these participants have received free HUT packs, thus getting free players. With no restrictions on how rosters were built or what players could be used, the HUT-based GWC has been a free-for-all of rosters. While the free packs from EA reportedly stopped around December for the game changers, when the decision was made to go with HUT for the format of the GWC, there was nothing in place to stop players who received free players from using any of those players in the tournament. One player who reached out to SGO and wished to remain anonymous said that even if those players didn't receive a lot of great stars, it's still unfair to those who spent their own money to build their rosters. When asked about the matter of competitors using players received via free packs from EA in the event, the company once again declined comment. In the short term, the 2019 GWC qualifying runs through April 7th, with the event ending on June 18th. In the long term, however, it's clear that EA Sports and the NHL have work to do if their esports partnership is going to continue and grow in the coming years. For more on NHL 19, be sure to subscribe to Sports Gamers Online and hit that bell to be notified whenever a new story goes live, and join the discussion yourself by visiting sportsgamersonline.com/forum.